It is October the 3rd. I'm about 5:45. Got in here a little later than I was hoping to this afternoon, but kind of had some school stuff to do and didn't get out here too little later. But anyway, hopefully something comes by, either a doe or a big buck. I'll take either.
Levi Remole hunts in northern Missouri. Earlier this fall, he tagged a big old nanny doe and provided some fresh venison for his family. After tagging that doe, Levi was looking for a buck. Levi's a pretty skilled hunter. He's killed a lot of deer and turkeys, and I gotta tell you, I knew it wouldn't be long before Levi was moving in on a nice buck. Just a few years ago, Levi was hunting in a travel corridor during the pre-rut. A big old buck came cruising by, and Levi tagged his biggest buck to date with his prime.
I can't believe I just shot a giant buck with my bow. Man, I hope we get that buck. He'll be going on the wall, man. Right out of my savings account.
Fast forward to November 1st, 2023, Levi was back in that same travel corridor looking for another buck. During the pre-rut, travel corridors, not only travel corridors, but pinch points within travel corridors are key to seeing and tagging bucks. Bucks are moving more daylight hours, looking for those first few receptive does. Every day we get closer and closer to the peak of the rut, there's more does receptive, and bucks don't have to move as much. But being the pre-rut, getting in those travel corridors, it's likely you're going to catch a buck on his feet looking for a receptive doe. It was early during Levi's hunt when he heard leaves crunching and a doe walked out of the timber. Levi could tell from this doe's body language she was a bit on edge and something had her attention back in the timber. This doe still had her fawns, and it was likely she wasn't receptive. Often when a doe's receptive, she's going to break away from her fawns and be with the buck for breeding. However, it's the pre-rut. That doesn't mean there's not going to be a buck nearby. This doe was on edge, jumped the ditch, and went underneath Levi's stand. Sure enough, Levi spotted antlers, and a buck wasn't far behind that doe. This 10-pointer was a young buck, and he got the pass. But as he walked down the trail right beneath Levi's stand, he got some really good footage, and Levi was confident he was in the right hunting location. This buck sure put on a show as he started pushing the doe. Levi was looking for an older age class buck, and he didn't have to wait long. Not long after this buck drifted off, Levi spotted another set of antlers, and Levi was excited as that buck started working a scrape. Levi had already decided this buck was a shooter, but as he left the scrape, he kind of turned and started working away. Levi lost visual of the buck, but it wasn't long before he heard leaves crunching and a doe came running out of the timber. Levi made a great shot, and the G5 Montec CS hit the mark, and the buck ran about 70 yards and tipped over.
He went down. He went down. Man. That's a good deer. Let's go.
Levi's dad, Nathan, was also hunting a travel corridor that morning, and Levi hopped on the phone and called his dad and told him, hey, time to climb down. We've got some dragging to do.
Here comes the cavalry. We're gonna go track them now, so about to climb down, and hopefully we, well, I know we're gonna find him. I saw him fall down, but I'm excited to go take a look at him, so I'm gonna climb down here.
When Nathan got there, Levi climbed out of the tree, and they started the trail to go find that big old buck. It was a short trail, and Levi had his hands on a dandy northern Missouri buck. Congratulations, Levi, on another great buck out of that travel corridor. Travel corridors can be effective hunting locations throughout the season, and especially during the pre-rut. However, as more and more does become receptive and we get closer to the peak of the rut, we may need to shift our hunting strategies a bit based on deer biology. We shared a really good video here recently about how we hunt the peak of the rut. We kind of shift from those travel corridors to sliding up a little closer to cover, finding those pinch points around cover, and that can be a very effective hunting strategy. Check out that video and learn how we use cover to hunt during the rut. Levi has an archery tag punched. Nathan's still looking for a buck. I suspect it won't be long before we see another hunt from Team Remole, because Nathan already sent me a video this morning of a close encounter of a really cool buck that came right into a setup. So I suspect those boys are going to be getting on another buck soon. Stay tuned on our Facebook and Instagram pages for daily updates as we hunt throughout the rut. That way we can share what we're seeing and the strategies we're using. I hope you're able to get outside this week and enjoy creation. It's a great time to be out in the woods, but no matter what, slow down, listen to the Creator and the purpose He has for your life. Thanks for watching Growing Deer.